Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about how to be a successful and realistic OnlyFans creator. Reaper. Look at him. Okay. I started OnlyFans a year ago, and I was always very against it because for me, I saw dancing as something that I was going to be in and out of and no one would know. And then I saw OnlyFans as something where I felt like everyone would know, and it's less taboo now. And when I growing up, I don't know how long it's been out. When I was younger, though, it was like one of the worst things you could do. Like, stripper wasn't even like that bad, but like OnlyFans was that was where you drew the line. And I had so much guilt, I don't know, shame around it. I judged the people who I knew did it, but I didn't even know that much about it. Actually, a little secret, my first time watching porn was a year ago. I made it all the way until age 20, almost 24, without ever seeing porn. Because I thought it was like the worst thing you could do, because I was raised Catholic. Like, you just weren't supposed to do that. So I just was like, thought it was this whole like demonized thing. And I wish I had seen it sooner, because so much makes sense to me, because there's been times where I've had sex with men and I just felt like they watched too much porn just by the way that they did it. And if I had watched porn sooner, I would have really understood what they were doing wrong. But once I got over the shame and stigma around it, because that was just like a block in my head. Like, once you're raised a certain way, it's like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then if you do it, you think it's the end of the world. Baby. Reaper. Okay, bye-bye. When really it's just another income stream. But I think my main hindrance with it was just thinking that I was going to stop dancing and me still feeling shameful around dancing. Because I think I was only a year into dancing at that point. So it was very shameful. And then I think once I started getting booked for different gigs and people booking me solely because I was a dancer and because I had that skill set of the pole, the splits, the Reaper, the rhythm, the twerking, because I had that skill set and I started getting booked for things, then I was like, okay, like maybe this is actually a really good thing that I'm doing and not something that I have to hide. My biggest regret when I first started, I had my private story on Instagram at that time. Right now, my private story on Instagram, it has 7 people. That's it. I would not consider adding anyone else to it. Because I deal with a lot of people and a lot of different opportunities, and sometimes it's just too much. And it's so much different, like, personalities and just like psychology that goes in this shit, and then you get fucked over, you fuck other people over. It's just too much, so I need a place to put it. But a year ago I had a lot more people on it, and one person was this guy from high school, and we had calls maybe every like few weeks, and he pretty much wanted the OnlyFans to be my main thing. He thought that I could truly get successful off of only that I could be, you know, a millionaire like all these other girls, and he wanted to help me. And he said in the beginning that he didn't want any money from it. And I probably dealt with him for a good like 6 months. And when it was clear to him that I was not making the type of money he wanted to make, then he stopped putting any time into me. But what really bothers me is I allowed him to have my password, control of the account, even though I, like, everything was linked back to me, so I could, like, revoke it at any point. And I think halfway between that 6-month point, I put, like, a two-factor authentication, so even though he had my password, I still had to let him into it. And now the password's changed and he'll never have access to it again. But he made me feel like he was doing all this stuff that he wasn't doing. And it was just because I didn't take the time to understand the platform. Like, he was telling me about how he had created this thing where I was just gonna have a message that was automatically sent to my subscribers every time a new person subscribed. And because I didn't know better, I was like, wow, he really created like a whole like system on the other side I don't know of. And I found out like 2 weeks ago because I was going through the settings, and it's literally a chat box in the settings that you put your message in and you send out. Like, he never had time for me either. That was the weird part. And now, like, I'm sitting back wondering, like, did he do all of that just to see my titties? And if he did, I mean, that's weirder of him. Like, everyone sees my titties. Like, so I don't know. I think he just thought I was really gonna be like the next big thing, which I am. But it is gonna take a minute for it to get going. But I did not appreciate how he wanted the OnlyFans to be my entire persona. Like, it's just a piece. I believe that you can only sell to people who want to buy something, right? The OnlyFans community, it's a lot smaller of a community. Is a smaller percentage. Like, it's going to be mostly men anyway, so you already have 50% of the world that's even going to be interested in your OnlyFans, versus something like music, which is what I really want to do eventually, and acting. Like, it's not like I'm going to gender disqualify anybody from that. So you already have a smaller pool of people who would even be willing to buy what you want to sell. So me going down the route of, here's my link, like, I do this, I don't agree with that. I think it's there if someone's looking for it. If they're not looking for it, even better, like, be on your way. And I think the framing around it too, just the general framing around it, is weird, because it's like, if you're not making thousands of dollars a month from that platform, people look at you as if you're doing terrible or as if you failed. But it's just supposed to be an income stream. It is not supposed to be a job. It's just something in the background. You check every couple of days, you post to it a couple times a week, and then you don't think about it. Like, it's only supposed to pay maybe your grocery bill for the month. Like, it's not supposed to be this huge thing unless if you're already a famous person. You're not supposed to use OnlyFans to get famous. You're just supposed to use it to make money. But yeah, you can't sell it to people who don't want to buy. So I don't agree with that, like, approach at all. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what to film and what to sell. So when I first started out, I was using an alias, and I was using Delilah Doll, because my dancer name is Delilah, and I have to change a few things actually related to that, back to my real name. But when I first started, I had the alias because I just didn't want to go by my name, but now I just don't care. And I was honestly more worried of someone taking my real name and using my real name to have an OnlyFans, which someone did, because Anna Ames was available, but I went ahead and took the Anna Ames since it was also available, and I'm set. So I was worried more about someone stealing my name, more than I was worried about my stuff getting leaked under my false name. Like, if it's gonna get leaked, it's gonna be my fucking name. You're not gonna steal my name. So that's what I did with the name. As of what to film, I'm already stripping every weekend. So I have the outfits, I have the club. So I mostly just put all my dancing content. And sometimes I do, like, at-home stuff. But what to sell, I think you have to decide honestly what you would be okay with being leaked. Because anytime I sell something to someone, my thought is, would I be okay if this was all over the internet tomorrow. That's how I think about it. I'm not really, I mean, the other person is paying for it, so that's great, but I'm not really thinking about them. I'm thinking about my future and how would I protect my future. Because I think once you go to the porn route, it's very hard to come back from it. But that's really only if you're actually famous. But then again, it's like if you're using the porn to get famous, then you get stuck there. Same thing as if you're using the OnlyFans to get famous, you get stuck there. It should just be on the side. I do not do any porn. I will do nudity. I would do like basically something you would see in a strip club, but I do not do porn. That is not, you have to find somebody else for that. If I got married and my husband was into that, I would definitely do, I would do so much porn. I would have such a great time with that. Don't get discouraged by the numbers or the views or even the hearts. Because a lot of people will look, but then they won't click the heart, and then you're like, shit, like, who am I even posting to? No one's looking. But your mindset always needs to be on what will this be like in a year or two, because it's not going to go anywhere. Your mindset is just to create a platform that will build and a way for people to give you money. Because you like just putting your Cash App information or your Venmo, like people aren't going to give you money. You still have to give them something in order for them to feel like it's the law of what, reciprocity. Like you still have to give in order to receive, but you have to create a channel for that money to go down. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Don't feel pressured to. Don't use OnlyFans either as like a, because there's like two ways to look at it. There's the people who look at it as like a lottery ticket and making a bunch of money at it, and there's the people who look at it as like, oh my god, I need to make money tomorrow. You can't have a desperation around it. It's just not going to work. And if you do have that desperation around it, I think the people that you're selling to will sense that, and then it'll be easier for you to agree to things that you don't really want to do and will probably regret in the future. So yeah, don't go into it with a desperation for money. If you have a desperation for money, get a job. It'll come quicker. Oh yeah. Well, no, I already said that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just like the point again of why I chose to do it. I was in Atlanta for a year and I had worked at, oh god, maybe 5 clubs by that point, and I was like, well damn, everyone's already seen my titties by now. I personally do not show my I do not show that. She does not need to see the world right now. That to me is sacred. That is something I don't want out there. But my titties and everything else I think is beautiful. I mean, what I have is beautiful too, but nobody needs to see it. That's sacred. But yeah, that's why I was okay with the OnlyFans. I was like, well, fuck, I have all these beautiful outfits. No one can see them. TikTok blocks my content whenever I wear anything that's a bikini. So does YouTube. So then it's like, where am I going to put all this great content I have? But not Instagram, because I hate putting on Instagram, because then I know people in real life, and then it's like every time they see me half naked on my Instagram, then they want to like try to holler at me or to take me out. It's just, you're here for the wrong reason. You know, you should be seeing beauty and appreciating it, and that's how I see OnlyFans as. I know other people use it to sell videos, and that's great for them. I really want to have a public career, and I don't want anything that I do with that to hold me back. And the world is so progressive now too. Everything I'm saying right now probably won't even apply in 5 years. But maybe it will. I don't know. I just don't want to ruin my chances. Blah, blah. Oh, yeah. The last one. You just reties back into my beginning point. Don't let anyone be in charge except for you. There's no reason why you should need an agency unless if you already have like a really big following. But even then, like OnlyFans takes roughly 20%. No, I think it is 20% of what you make. So why would you let the organization that's already, you know, making money off of your body and your autonomy as a woman, Why would you let that person do it and then you're going to go and hire an agency who's also going to take an even bigger cut? And then you're just here selling your body, I guess, and everyone's taking it before you even get the money back. So yeah, you should be in charge. Don't let any other man tell you that you need help, unless if you're dating them, because I've seen that power couple thing, it works really, really well. But otherwise, if you're not fucking them, they don't have a say. That's what I think. But yes, that is how to be successful on OnlyFans.